Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In the video that you're about to watch, I take you pretty much on the journey so far of me finding out that I am pregnant. I was not going to post this video until I was at least, sorry, there's something in my eye, until I was at least look at that, I'm still in my eye. Until I was at least 14 weeks pregnant because I wasn't sure if I wanted to share what all was going on. But I have decided that I'm going to go ahead and share and take you guys on this crazy journey with me and let you know what all's been really going on. And so in this video, I am currently right now real time. Today's February, I think it's 18th. Hold on one second. Let me see. February 18th. So it is real time. I will be posting this in the next couple of days. I am about, according to my last period, 5 weeks, 2 days. So that you guys know the timeline. I'm very early on still. And in this video, I take you on, hospital visit, all this kind of stuff. So if you're interested in hearing about all of that, go ahead and hope you guys watch the video. I feel like it can help some people out that are going through a hard time and miscarriage scares and things like that. So we're still on the journey. We still need answers, but here's what's been going on so far. Hey everyone, I'm so excited to announce that I'm pregnant, yay! I know the lighting is not that great in here, it's absolutely horrible right now. And I just got out of the shower and I was just like, well, let me go ahead and film it because today, according to my numbers, not HCG numbers, I don't mean that. I haven't gone and got tested for numbers or anything yet. This is just for a future video. I will not be posting this video until I am at least 13 or 14 weeks into my pregnancy, because if you know me from my past channel, or if you know me from personal life, you know that I had 2 pregnancies that were miscarriages prior to this one, and I had 2 other pregnancies that were successful pregnancies, and I say it like that because they were good-ish pregnancies. My very first was exactly 10 years ago from this year, so this pregnancy is kind of scary for me, and if I get emotional, I'm so sorry. But I'm really sleepy today. It's probably not pregnancy related, but I'm just tired. But anyways, Hunter would have been 10 this year, and that pregnancy was good all the way up until week 24. I think it was 23 going into 24. If you guys want a story time on that, we could do that later. If it's requested, if anybody wants to, or if I feel like sharing it later. Probably won't go into too many details with that until after I'm done with this pregnancy and everything seems to be okay, because it will probably make my emotions even worse. My emotions are already all over the place because this pregnancy lines up exactly with that pregnancy. I mean, exactly. Like, almost same due date and everything. Like, so it's kind of like eerie for me in a way. Like, it's, it just makes me nervous. Okay, so if you've ever had a baby and lost a baby, you would know exactly where I'm coming from. So anyways, he was born and passed away on his 26, 27 week mark. So that was very hard. And then about 4 or 5 months after he had passed away, we ended up getting pregnant with Danielle. And then that was a perfectly fine pregnancy. I did go on bed rest late in the pregnancy, but it wasn't for like any bad issues. It was just because I was high risk, and they're like, okay, we're putting you on prednisone shots starting at 20 weeks. We're keeping you in bed. We're keeping you relaxed. We're keeping you pregnant as long as possible. So we took extra precautions with that pregnancy. I had C-section with both pregnancies. The first one was emergency. The second one was not, but she came 2 weeks early. So that was because she just didn't want to be in there anymore. They did all the testing and they said, nope, she's ready to come out. She does not want to stay in there. So, and Danielle is healthy as can be. She's beautiful. Anyways, and then after that, we didn't try again to have any kind of babies or anything for a long time. And in 2020, we had, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, literally was like the faintest of lines. As soon as we found out, we immediately lost it. Like it wasn't a chemical pregnancy. It was a legit pregnancy. I had the HCG numbers, all that stuff. And it said no, and it didn't happen. So then, after that was July 4th weekend of 2020, and then in 2021, the day before Danielle's birthday, I miscarried. I don't know how far I was along, but it was far enough along for something to come out. It was a legit piece of like tissue. Sorry, trigger warning, I'm sorry, but it was further along than what it was the time before that. So this one, so far, the lines have gotten darker for me. I am currently 4 weeks today, according to my last period and things like that. I go in at 6 weeks to go and check my levels, so let's hope and pray that they're good. But here is the first yes that I got, and that was so exciting. I've actually known now for about like 5 or 6 days. It was questionable, like, of course, like 6 days ago, because on these first response tests, they were so light that you like look at them, you're like, was that really a line? Like, it was a shadow line, and I thought for sure, I was like, it's not gonna be anything, really, it's not. But it has progressively gotten darker, and it keeps on getting darker every couple of days like it's supposed to. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that this baby sticks and that everything goes healthy and everything's okay. And according to my numbers, and this is for future reference, guys, my family, whenever we are pregnant, we count these numbers, and if it turns out to be right, cool. If it doesn't, oh well. But it's always been right so far with our numbers. So my numbers show that I'm having a boy. It's been right for Danielle, and it was right for Hunter as well. So we'll see if it's right for this family. I don't know. And we'll find out. But I'm not going to be posting this video until I know for certain that everything is going to be okay, and I at least reach week 14 of my pregnancy, which would be, I think, week 13 for you guys, for the picking of videos of whatever I'm trying to say. I'm tired, okay? And I don't know if it's pregnancy related, but if you guys can tell, my face is super red, and my chest is really red. You might not be able to really tell in this light. I wonder if this light would show it more. I don't know why, but like today, since I woke up, like my face is like red, like, and it hurt, like it hurts, like my face is like so hot feeling. And then I took a shower, and I got out of the shower, like, and like my face like physically hurt. I've never had that before. Is that a pregnancy symptom? Because I know it's only 4 weeks and it seems pretty early, but I've never had my face like red and hurt without having like a sunburn. Like it feels like my face has a sunburn, like as if I've been sitting out in the sun and I haven't been. So I don't know why that's going on, but like my face is even like really hot to touch. But if you guys ever experienced that in early pregnancy, let me know so I'm not alone. Or maybe my body's just going crazy. I don't know, but let's hope that everything's gonna be good. And here's to future Stephanie, if you don't like any of the things that you're gonna be eating, there might be reasons why. So I questioned if that's why I didn't like the smell of hot sauce and like the sweet and sassy thing that I made, because I made that a few days ago and it didn't taste so good. Like it didn't smell good. So it could have been something like this, but it might have been too early. It might have just been I didn't like that. That's possible too. So yeah, we'll find out and we'll see. But yay! Let's hope for a healthy baby, and we'll see what it is. I know that we might be doing a gender reveal little party, something I've never done before, but I'm interested in doing, and if so, then I will definitely film that and post that as well if we end up doing that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and happy baby dust to anybody who's trying, because I know that I've been trying for a long time, and yay, we're finally here. So happy baby dust to anyone on a TTC journey. But bye. Hey everyone. All right, another pregnancy update. If you've been watching my channel for a little bit, and you remember when I made the Yankee pot roast, you will remember that I didn't get to do the end of the video, and I said that I had a little bit of an emergency and I ended up having to leave and I wasn't able to shoot the rest of the video, but I wasn't able to give information. Okay, well, here's the backstory on that, and I finally will share it. I just want to share because it might help other people. And if you don't want to hear about pregnancy, then click out of this video. But I was having burning pain in my right pelvic area, very low. It was happening consistently throughout the day. Like, I mean, burning, like as if someone was like lighting the side of my pelvic on fire. Like, it was just hurting so bad. It would come and go, and I called my doctor to ask, like, oh my gosh, like, what's going on? Could this be like an ectopic pregnancy and things like that? So at first, they had made me an appointment for the very next day, which was Valentine's Day. And so I was like, yay, okay, I have an appointment, cool. Because at that time, I was like 4 weeks, 5 days or something like that. The day before Valentine's Day, I was 4 weeks, 5 days, around there. And so I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, like, could this be in my tube? Like, oh my gosh, I was getting so nervous. Well, when I got off the phone with them, it happened more frequently when I was in the car ride to go get my daughter, and it happened like 2 times in the car ride, like on fire. And so I called them again, and I was like, look, it's happening more frequently now. Like, should I be worried? Like, I don't want something to happen, like, you know, and it be in the tube or something. Like, I'm freaking out. And they're like, no, since it's happening that frequently, you need to go to the emergency room, like, right now. Make sure that it's not in the tube, make sure everything's okay. So I went to the emergency room, and that's why I couldn't finish the video, because I literally went to the emergency room right after I got my daughter from school. The emergency room, my experience was not that great. I'm not gonna lie. It was very weird the entire time. The staff was being very weird. I don't know. It was just off for me. But anyways, so my HCG count was, and I'm filming this as kind of like, excuse me, sorry, I'm filming this as like a series for my own like documentation as well, like to know like what happened and how it happened or whatever, because I really would like to have that for future reference, because of a lot of reasons. So when I went to the hospital, they had me in the waiting room for hours. So they were busy though, so I understand. But they had me do an ultrasound. The ultrasound tech was super weird. I wasn't even allowed to look at the screen, nothing, like, at all. And then I've never, like, I've had so many ultrasounds done in my life, like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've never had an ultrasound tech tell me that I was not allowed to look. Do you know how bothered I was? I was so bothered. I was so scared. I was so paranoid. I was like, that's it. It's in the tube. Like it's in the tube for sure. Um, and I'm still speaking prematurely on that. It could be an ectopic pregnancy. I don't know yet because I haven't had another scan done. Um, it's actually been 2 days today now. It's been 48 hours today. But the ER staff was so off. The doctor that I had, when I got into the room, he was like, we don't see anything on the scans yet, so there's no evidence of it being in your, you know, fallopian tube or in your uterus. We can't see anything. And I'm like, okay, like in my head I'm saying it's pretty early to see anything, but okay. So then he says, well, at the week that you are, I'm expecting to see your HCG levels in the 2000s, like that, you know. And I said, okay, but in my head I'm saying, but what if I'm still in the very beginning of my pregnancy? You don't know exactly when I had implantation. You don't know any of that, and then your numbers don't even start doubling, I heard, until week 4. I'm 4 weeks 5 days and my number was 120.90. So he literally was like fear mongering me. Like he literally like put that fear instantly in my head. He was saying that my number was really low. I don't find that really low because last time my number was nowhere near that. And anyways, I'm not going to go into that. But I'm just saying that, like, you don't know. You don't know when I had implantation. I could have implanted, you know, like, I'm just saying, like, he doesn't know. And that's premature to say that. So he said, this looks like a non-viable, viable? Is that the word? I don't know. Non-viable pregnancy, and it will most likely not happen. It's literally what we were told. I almost started getting upset. Almost. But I didn't let that upset me. I didn't let it. Because something told me in my mind, don't get upset. Don't get upset. Don't listen to this fool. Because he is not an OBGYN. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So I kept my cool. He left the room. And I looked over at my husband and I said, I am going to Google real quick the HCG levels that are supposed to be around week 4. Whatever I did. I looked it up. All of the charts said roughly the same thing. That I think it said, don't quote me, okay? Because it was a couple days ago and I was tired and upset. The level had said that it could be anywhere between like 10 and like 400 and something like that. Okay, it was something like that. And so I said, so how is he coming off trying to tell me that this pregnancy ain't gonna happen? Like, you can't tell that from the evidence that you have. Just because you can't see anything does not mean that it's not gonna happen. Number 2, just because my number is only 120.9 does not mean that it's not a pregnancy that is happening. Like, you don't know. You have not got that second count yet. You have no clue. So I feel like he just immediately took all hope. He was trying to take all hope away from me. That's how I felt. Well, long story short, we heard him talking to the OB in the hallway, of course, you know, because the hospital's never professional about anything. So they were talking about it in the hallway, and I could hear them literally from my room. And the OB said, well, it is too early to tell if this is a viable pregnancy or not. Her numbers could be fine she has to do a follow-up with her OB. Exactly. So if you go to the hospital and you are pregnant and they try to tell you that it's not a viable pregnancy unless there is legit evidence showing, oh man, this man was literally telling me that if it's in the tube, they could end up having to do surgery, or they would give me a medication to help abort the baby. Oh yeah, this guy really went into it. Like, when I tell you, me and my husband both were like, he's bullshit. He is, no, we are not okay with this. So long story short, we came home and I have all of the paperwork printed out. I have everything. And the next day I still had my appointment, and that was actually yesterday, Valentine's Day. We went to the appointment. I met another I already have a doctor with that group, but since the appointment was so last minute, I had to see the other doctor that's working alongside him. She's awesome. I really, really like her. And we go in, and she saw my paperwork before she even met me. She saw my paperwork. And she comes in and she goes, congratulations. And I was like, oh, thank you. And she's like, so what's going on? Tell me. And so I told her about the hospital. I told her just like I told you guys. And I love these doctors because they will spend 30 minutes with you and not give a crap. Like, they will not like stop your talking because they have to go to the next patient. Oh, no. That next patient, they can wait as long as you need to talk to them. And that's what I love about this doctor's office. Love it. They're both the same way. So she's like, well, I first off do not like emergency doctors at all because they are not OBGYNs. And it seems like they get so scared about pregnancy talk, about the woman's, uterus, and it's almost like a foreign language for them, and they're scared of it or something. She's like, she was trying to put a little bit of humor in it, and she was like, but listen, when I first saw your chart, I just looked at your chart and I was like, oh yay, she's pregnant, like, she was excited, and she was like, listen, this number is a fine number. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Given where you would be in your pregnancy, this is a perfectly fine number. So I don't understand why they felt the need to even say any of that to you at all. They should not have said any of that to you. They should have just said, we don't have enough information, follow up with your doctor. But no, they literally had my anxiety so bad. I almost got sick and threw up, like, on the way to the doctors, because I was like, the doctor's gonna tell me it's gonna end. It's gonna. When you've had 2 miscarriages, you've had 4 pregnancies, and you only have 1 living child, and the very first one literally passed away at week 26 going into 27, it does something to you. And so anytime that you're pregnant, you just immediately start like freaking out, like it's probably not gonna happen. But I have high hopes this time. I feel like it is going to move forward. I feel like everything's okay. This is the first time out of the past 2 pregnancies before that I've actually had symptoms, that I've actually felt pregnant. I feel tired during the day. By afternoon, forget it. Like, I'm ready to pass out, like, tired. I never had that with the last 2. The last 2, as soon as I found out I was pregnant, it was immediately over. So I kind of feel completely opposite of that this time, completely. And so I have to go back in today. She said, I need you to come back because I have to do my yearly thing, and then on top of that, I have to do blood work because she wants to check my progesterone levels and my HCG levels again. So here's to praying that we have double numbers today or something. So hopefully we do. I just wanted to get on here and I wanted to do that little update and finally say why I didn't finish that video, and it was for good reason, and why I've been all over the place, because I have been all over the place. It's been hard for me to concentrate. One minute I'm doing something, the next minute I'm like, huh, what was I doing? So if you've ever been through pregnancy and had those issues in the very beginning of your pregnancy, which I always do have that in the beginning of my pregnancies, in the past my two that were real pregnancies. I'm not saying that a miscarriage was not a normal. I'm saying my other pregnancies that I actually had for a long period of time. With those, I was scatterbrained like crazy. Until like the second trimester, then I did pretty good. And then I went back to feeling like that towards the end and when I had the baby. I think it's just the hormones that fluctuate so much. And anyways, whatever. But so if I seem all over the place and not like my normal self, my editing might be off. I don't know. It's just I've been feeling all over the place, scatterbrain and forgetfulness. Like, whether I'm coming or going. But I just wanted you all to know that there's good reason why all that was going on, and hopefully we'll find out something today, and I will update this video, of course, before I put it up so that I don't leave anyone on the cliffhanger, because I'm not like that. So but we'll see. Let's all pray. Hey guys. All right, so we have an update. Sorry that I look horrible. I just woke up not too long ago, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and share what happened. So yesterday morning-ish, my doctor did call me, and she said that my HCG levels actually are less than what they were from the hospital, that they went down to 95. So they went from 120 at the hospital to 95 at my doctor's office. So I immediately was like, so like, you know how you just like want something so bad and then someone's pretty much like made you feel like it's definitely not gonna happen, like it, well, you felt that way, you know, like she didn't mean it in that way. I know that she didn't, but you know how like something has been causing you such anxiety that you're just like, just tell me what I already know I'm about to hear. Like that is in the mind frame that I was in at that moment. And so I said back to her, I said, so pretty much it's not a viable pregnancy. Nonchalantly, like that. Like that is how I felt in that moment, you know? So if I cry, I'm sorry, y'all. So then she says, well, I'm not going to say that yet, because it could be that you got two blood draws from two, that I got a phone call. You got blood draws from two different labs. The hospital is a complete different lab compared to ours. So our numbers could just not be matching up because of that. So, you know, when she had called me was yesterday, which was a Friday. So she was like, well, have you come in on next Wednesday, the 22nd, to get a new draw of your blood work, and then we're going to keep your appointment for the ultrasound on March 7th. And, you know, as long as your numbers are going up, then everything will be great. But we need to keep that follow-up, the ultrasound appointment, just in case we need to, you know, find out if it's in the tube, find out anything that we need to find out. And so all day yesterday, I was in a really bad frame of mind. Like I was really mentally trying to keep myself busy because my anxiety was through the roof. It was that whole anxiety that like makes you feel like dizzy and off. It was I had nausea in the morning, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, you know, should I really like really accept the fact that this is just ending, or should I hold on to a ray of hope and just keep going and like act as if nothing's going on? I don't know how to deal with it because I'm in such limbo, because the burning pain that I had when I went to the hospital, it's gone. I haven't been having that anymore whatsoever. It's been gone, and I've been doing fine down in my pelvic area. I haven't been bleeding or anything. Like, I had a little tiny bit of spotting, but I mean, I had my yearly exam, so that happens even when I'm not pregnant. So I know that that already happens to me to begin with. So I'm not nervous about that. That doesn't scare me. Like, I'm fine with that. Also, with my first pregnancy, and that was a viable pregnancy, I had the blood clot bleeding. Like, TMI, I know, but like, I was at the hospital almost every single month to prove that he was even still there, because it was that bad. It was really bad. I was on light duty / bed rest, like, pretty much almost the entire pregnancy. So I'm not freaking out about that at all. I'm very calm about it. I haven't had any bleeding, knock on some wood somewhere. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully things start going up. And the reason why I question if I should believe what she's saying and things like that is because I genuinely feel pregnant. I genuinely feel it. I feel it in my breast. In the morning time, I have been having nausea every morning around the same time, every morning. And it's always around the same time. I've been having anxiety every morning around the same time. Like clockwork, every morning. Between like 9:30ish till about 11 or 12, I have anxiety. I have like panicky feeling, like things like that. And then it seems to be okay by afternoon. Like, I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. And then also, so I did do a line progression, and I'm not going to show all of them. I know that some people might want to see them, but I don't really feel like it right now. If you guys want to see it later, I will. But with the first response, I did have, I believe I did have dye stillers at the end, and I don't remember, like, I can't recall, but I might have actually threw those ones away. So what happened was, I got really upset after the hospital visit that, and you guys may judge me or think that I'm crazy for doing that. I don't mind. But I was so angry that anything that was on my counter that I was testing, threw it away. I got that mad. I got that upset about it that I literally, yeah, I think I might actually threw it away. But my last test, my last first response test that I took was a dye stealer, and that made me so excited. And literally, that was the day that I went to the hospital, and that's when they told me, oh, it's probably not going to be a viable pregnancy. So I came home, I was mad, I was crying, and I pretty much said F it, and I literally threw every test away that I had on the counter, and I think that was, with the one that was a dye stealer. So I know I did have that with those. Okay, first response, let me talk to you about, not first response, sorry, Pregmate and what is it, Easy at Home. Pregmate has upset me from the get-go. Like, it literally was completely like negative until, like, gosh, like so many days after my missed period. And I was like, something's wrong with these tests. Something is wrong, because how am I getting a dye stealer on first response, but on Pregmate, I'm not getting nothing. Like, it's pure nothing, okay? And then it moved into a shadow line, even whenever I was getting a dye stealer. And I'm like, what the heck is going on with these tests? They got to be defective. Something's got to be wrong with them. So I went online and I bought the Easy at Home, and Easy at Home gave me a line, and it was darker than Pregmate. And I said, okay, well, I'll continue doing them together and compare them. Well, I would say that this is the darkest line that I've ever gotten from a pregnate. And you might not be able to see it too well, but that is the darkest that I've had this morning, and my numbers are supposedly going down. So this is what the easy at home looks like. But I don't, like, that is literally the darkest that the pregnate has ever been. It's, other than that, it's usually been like a shadow line, literally. So if my numbers are going down, why is that line going darker? Like, tell me if I'm losing it, guys. Tell me if I'm losing it. I probably am, or overanalyzing it, because at this point, I just don't know what to think. And I have to wait an entire, I feel like it's an entire week, but it's not. It's a few more days, but still, like, the weight gain. I'm over it at this point. Like, I'm done with it. I'm supposed to be, I think like 5 weeks and 2 days right now, or something like that. I don't know. It's something like that. I'm trying not to, like, look at the baby apps and, like, start getting all into all that, you know. I'm really trying not to, because I don't want to continue, like, oh yay, you know, my baby's a sesame seed this week. You know, I'm not trying to get to that point where I'm getting excited, because I'm scared to continue getting excited. Like, I've already told my friends and family, because I am excited. And the last 2 times that I found out I was pregnant, I didn't tell anybody. I went through it alone. A lot of people didn't even know that I oh, hey, y'all, listen, that balloon it scared me so bad. Danielle my daughter bought me a balloon for Valentine's Day. And it came off. I'm leaving this in. I'm not editing it out, okay? This is real life. This is this balloon. Look at that. Look at that balloon. It didn't even pop. And it was literally connected to a little, like, weight thingy, whatever. Somehow the string came out of the balloon, and it literally just started going around on the fan, going and even the like paint stuff that's on the balloon is all over my bed now. Like, okay, if you know me personally, I'm afraid of balloons. I hate balloons. I don't know if it's something that happened when I was a child. It's loud noises that, like if a loud noise like happens close to me, I literally will freak out. Like, I can start crying and everything. Like, I don't know if I do know kind of that it could be PTSD from a couple of experiences that I can personally remember. Or it could be because I have very sensitive ears, like very sensitive ears. So, I mean, it could be that. I don't know, but oh my gosh. I just went in there and I told Danielle, I said, listen, I love you so much, but don't ever buy me a balloon again. I was like, that just scared me so bad. And then when I tried to turn off the fan, I clicked it, because you gotta click it 3 times. I clicked it twice, and the dang thing came off. Literally, it came off. Like, oh my gosh, that scared me so bad, y'all. My heart was pounding. But anyways, oh man. So yeah, hopefully my numbers are still going up. Hopefully those lines getting darker is a good sign. I pray and I hope that it's not in the tube. I would like to keep my tubes. Anybody would. But if you're going through this, you're not the only one, and there's a lot of us out there that are, and I just want to go ahead and I'm just going to put it out there, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm not going to wait until the 14-week mark. I wanted you guys to know, and everything like that, because there might be a couple of changes to my videos that I have been doing now. There might be some changes due to financial reasons and everything else going on in our lives right now. But I just want to let you guys to know, and I'll keep y'all updated after I go and I get all my blood work done. I hope you guys got some kind of information, or if you're going through the same thing, maybe you can share your experiences with me and let me know how you've been doing, and if you went through something similar with one lab being more than the other and then have to go back and retest. Did it turn out okay for you? Did it end badly? I mean, who knows at this point, right? All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.